Coilies, it's Ashlyn Coils and I am back with another video. So it has been exactly a week since I put this purple Gemini Naturals temporary hair color gel into my hair. And honestly, it still looks so good. As I told you guys last time, the longest I've ever let it go was about 6 or 7 days. So I'm at that point right now. In the words of Chris Brown, there's never a right time to say goodbye to this purple hair, but my scalp does not seem to agree. And since a healthy scalp is such a big component of trying to have healthy hair, I am going to wash my hair today. I will also be doing a style with some Pattern Beauty products. I did a poll on my Instagram and you guys let me know that you wanted me to do a braid out style with Pattern Beauty products. So here I have the small container of the styling cream. And I also have the Strong Hold gel. Today's braid out style is going to be a fluffier look than what I usually go for with my wash and go and with my twist out. So you'll see how I achieve that. Before I start, I am going to go in with my Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. Now that that's done, I'm going to let this sit in my hair for about 10 minutes and I'm going to go in shampoo and deep condition. After that, I'll come back to show you exactly what I do to get my hair ready for a braid out. Okay, Coilies, it has been quite a while since I filmed the earlier part of this video. Since then, I have napped, I've washed my hair, and I used the Curl Defining Cream by Rizos Curls as my leave-in. Then I just braided my hair into these 2 braids and wrung out any extra water and product so that it could dry. So I have it pinned up right now, but for most of the day while I was out running errands, I did have the braids down, but I just pin it so I can stretch it a little bit more. So this is actually how I prep for a braid out because I like really fluffy and elongated braid outs, and I know I'm not going to get the same results if I go straight from washing my hair and then I braid wet hair. Before I talk more about what I'm going to do, you may notice that I haven't used any Pattern Beauty products yet, and I will explain exactly why. It's because the hydrating shampoo, some of the deep conditioners, and the leave-in conditioner for coily hair in the Pattern Beauty line all contain amodimethicone, which is a silicone. I don't use any silicones in my hair, and that's why I did not use any of those products just yet. If you want to know exactly why I don't use them, please check right up here. So now that all of that is done, I'm going to take out these braids and then show you how I use the stylers to do a braid out style. So here's the deal. I really liked what my hair looked like at this point, but I told you guys I was going to do a Pattern Beauty braid out style, so I went ahead and did a Pattern Beauty braid out style. I started out by just adding more moisture to my hair. I did this by adding the styling cream to that section of hair. I ended up going and getting my spray bottle to add a little bit more slip, but I was struggling. I don't know if this has more to do with the product's lack of slip or the cheap detangling brush that I got from the beauty supply store. Here's a clip of me detangling in real time, and clearly it is a struggle. But anyway. Once that part of my hair was sufficiently detangled, I started to section that smaller piece into thirds for the simple style that you'll see me doing later. I made sure to add some oil to the front and a little bit of gel before I smoothed it down and tried to start rubber banding that section. As I was putting in the rubber band, I made sure to pull back my hair in the direction that I wanted it to go when the style was finished. I did this same exact thing for the next 3 sections of my hair. You'll see it a little bit more in depth later in the video when I go back in and redo it once I finish doing my braids. One great thing about this product is that you do not need a lot. With the amount that I added, I actually found myself having to spray a little bit more water to make sure I was really working that product into my hair. As I said earlier, I like stretched, fluffy braid outs. So if you notice, my first section is pretty big. I know that the bigger braids are going to make me lose some definition, but I will get the volume that I want from the beginning. As you can see, I'm just starting the process of detangling, and then I'll be applying the gel to add enough hold to hopefully make my hair last longer than one day. As you can see, I did the second braid off camera, but I wanted to show you guys this part because first I was really intentional about not putting a part in the center of my head. And then I also took more time to detangle. As you see, I'm parting it into sections and detangling it that way in hopes that I will lose less hair and that the braid will be a lot easier to do. This also helps when I'm taking out my hair at the end. When I got to this section, I realized what I had done before just wasn't going to work with 2 rubber bands. So I decided to take out the rubber band from the second section, twist the first section, and connect it with that second part. And then I did that same thing from the second to the third section. It's a little bit hard to explain, so hopefully you can see it well enough to figure out what I did. If not, comment below and I'll make sure to make a separate tutorial just for this. Once I finished, I just decided to braid the piece of hair that was left out. Honestly, it's up to you how you want to wear it. You could braid it and take it out to blend it in with the rest of your hair. But as you'll see later, I just choose to keep it in because I like how that looks too. Once I finished, I just turned around so you guys get a better look at the back section of my hair. Before I started taking the braids out, I went in with the Mielle Organics Rosemary Mint Oil again, just to add it to my scalp, give myself a quick little scalp massage, and also work some of it into my hair. Whenever I'm taking my hair out of some sort of style, I make sure to put oil on my fingers first to reduce frizz. I decided to start in the back and work my way around. It's really important that you take your time during this process for the best results. But to be honest, I was going to be late for work if I didn't get a move on. So I was gentle, but I did move more quickly than I usually would. I just wanted you guys to look at the front of my hair. If you notice, even from that second section, there's definitely a lot more frizz and less definition over here. Once I finished, I started fluffing out the section and making sure that all of the pieces were unbraided so the front of my hair would fall the way that I wanted to. And then you'll see me start adding the golden cuff to the side for a little bit more pizzazz. Hi Queenies, I'm back just to give you my final thoughts on these products and how my hair turned out for today. So first I'm going to start with the styling cream. So this styling cream, one of the great things about it is that a little bit goes a long way. You saw that I only needed to add a little dab and I was able to cover a section. So my hair does feel soft and pretty moisturized, especially up towards the top. I've used this for a couple of styles, for my crown braid and for this, and there is still a lot in this sample size bottle. I have barely made a dent in it, which is awesome. I cannot say the same thing about the Stronghold Gel. It is pretty much down to the bottom. I think I can definitely use it this week to touch up my baby hairs and that kind of thing. But even though it's a Stronghold gel, it doesn't have as strong of a hold as what I usually like. When I'm doing styles, I tend to use my Wetline Extreme because I get a little bit more hold. So if you look where I added it right here, it's definitely not as smooth as what I would have wanted it, but it still looks pretty good. And my baby hairs, after a couple of minutes, are not slicked at all. So I think I'm gonna go back in with the wet line for my baby hairs, and hopefully it doesn't cause any flaking when it mixes with the Stronghold gel. I'm gonna bring you guys up close and personal as per usual so you can get a better idea of these final results. So come on down. How y'all doing? So there is definitely a lot more definition towards the top of my hair than the bottom, especially on this side. That's probably because of the size of the braids. And if you notice, I struggled a little bit more taking these out, and that really has to do with detangling. That detangling process should have been a lot more thorough, but I was being lazy. So these are the results at the bottom, but you can still see the areas where I got a lot more definition. Even on this side, I'm getting a lot more definition. But overall, I tend to go for more of a fluffier, stretched out braid out. I do like these results. They should hopefully last me another day. I might have to rebraid it tomorrow night just so it looks fresh for Thanksgiving. But overall, I do like this hairstyle. I think I definitely am a little bit wary of trying these for a wash and go, but I do think they work really, really well for any other kind of styling. So maybe I'll try it for a Bantu knot out or something next. That is it for today. It is going to be Thanksgiving in 2 days, guys. I really hope that as you sit down for whatever this year, whether it's a family dinner or whether it's something more small or just the people that live in your household, that you can really reflect on the things that you are thankful for. I know I'm thankful to be alive right now. I am thankful for my family. I am thankful for my students, and I am thankful for you all for joining me on this natural hair page and this faith journey and whatever else you want to call it. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and remember, always cherish your coils. I'll see you next time.